Hey guys, it's Jack. Welcome back to the arcade. Let's get back to just another game, Fire Emblem Three Houses, where we are still exploring. And in fact, we are probably going to be exploring and doing that sort of thing until the end of the month. Let me explain that. After I talk to Ferdinand, we must walk this path together.
Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. From the Empire's perspective, it seems like the northernmost edge of the world. I have come a long way following you in Edelgard.
And now you're about to get real cold.
To think, what if I had succeeded Duke Ayer as Prime Minister? I would never have had all these experiences.
You've really grown up. You'll always be a noble through and through.
Please do not tease, Professor. I think all of this has changed me a little bit.
Oh, I wasn't teasing.
For now,
much.
Let us join together and walk the path that Her Majesty lays out.
You seem surprisingly upbeat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna invite you to tea. Also, quest right over here. Hello, help you. That is some outfit you have. View quest.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Whenever I think about the next battle, my knees won't stop shaking. I'm scared of getting hurt. Or worse, is there a medicinal herb I can use to calm my nerves? Worried warrior, soldier, find an herb that will help calm the nerves of the soldier in the Knight's Hall. You may find what you need growing in the greenhouse. Hint, hint. Alright, we'll accept that. So, we are probably going to spend most of our remaining time in the monastery. For a couple of reasons. Actually, did I talk to you? I'm no expert,
If the enemy forces come to intercept us, chances are high that we'll clash on the Tailtean Plains. The Tailtean Plains were the site of a famous battle in ancient times, right? That's what some book type at the library said, at any rate.
That was fascinating, sir. Thank you for sharing with us. As I said, this is our last month. After we go to the Fields of Revenge, that is the end game. We will be doing nothing but battling until the end of the story. And there are a couple of things I still want to do in the monastery. You have worries, Petra.
I have worries. What have I been achieving? When the war is ended, I will be returning to Brigid with much new potential. But have I had enough growth to become the ruler?
Yes, you should be proud.
I have gratitude. I will take your words into my heart. Brigid pride, techniques, and culture. I will be showing all of the world who we are.
Because we'll be going straight into battle, this is our last opportunity to get to Professor level A+. I'm praying for your victory and your safety.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
Probably going to be one of our last times to talk to you two.
The time has finally come to set out for the kingdom capital, Ferdiad. I thought the same thing last month, but I still can't believe the plan was to ambush Aryan Road. I know it couldn't be helped, but even I wasn't let in on the secret. Me! Not gonna lie, that hurt a little.
Aw, I'm sorry, dude.
Ah, well, let's forget about that. I'm praying for your victory and your safe return.
We didn't even tell Happy Guard about the plan? That's kind of rude. This is our last chance to grind up to A+, and I do want to do that. Which actually means next week I'm going to be spending a lot of time here. If we look at the calendar, next week is the Lots of Large Fish. Now, this isn't the prime opportunity to go fishing, but it is one of the better chances to grind up professor points by catching fish. You get 40 professor points for big fish, or up to that many, which means I need to catch up to 250 or slightly more big fish to grind my professor points all the way up. And in light of that, I'm also going to be eating a lot. Eating so much. Today's special, the Spice Festival, a festival in the dining hall featuring a fine selection of rare Eastern spices. Effects are enhanced when dining with a spicy food lover. Which is why I want to... Hubert, I need to dine with you. And Ferdinand, you're actually a good choice too. Which is why I want to spend as much time exploring, so I can spend all these professor points and turning them into... Or spend all these activity points and turning them into professor points. That means no battling until the end of the month.
Can we put our quarrel on hold, Ferdinand? At least while the professor is present.
And you're eating delicious food.
Of course we can, Hubert. We will finish eating and then continue fighting elsewhere.
Fantastic. I have given them the energy they need. Our bonds grew stronger somehow, and we're much more motivated. So much professor points, or so much to next level. Now, why am I so fixated on going to A+? Well, at this point, it's actually just because of the goal of getting to A+. I'm actually not going to benefit a lot from it. Gotta survive for her. I've talked to you. Is there goodies in here that I need here? Probably. Lavandula grass, an herb with tiny purple flowers. Its calming scent relieves stress. Excellent. Perfect. Those legendary weapons that I've gotten, they require 10 mithril each in order to forge them. And I'm just gonna pull up my storehouse here. We're gonna go on over here, and I have a grand total of 1 mithril. I'm not gonna be able to forge any of those weapons except for potentially the Draconic Gauntlets, because I believe those take Umbral Steel instead. And I should have plenty of that. Let's actually check. Yes, I've got plenty of Umbral Steel. So Gaspar will get to play with a legendary weapon and literally nobody else. So that's why it's kind of a goal. I basically set the goal. I want to see it through. I'm not going to benefit that much from it weapon-wise, but hey, why not try? Now, here's the thing is, I'm kind of doing it in spite of a handicap. The Edelgard path that we're on is actually the shortest path in the game, with 18 chapters. Most of the other chapters are like 22 to 24. That means that you actually have the least amount of time to make it to Professor level A+. Playing Edelgard. Why can't I get over there? What? Can I get it from here? I can see it. See, Nordsalat seeds. Seeds derived from Nordsalat. Planting them will yield Nordsalat. Cool. So, because I picked the shortest path, I kind of want to grind it out to A+, just to prove that I can. You know, it's a goal.
How about...
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
It really calms you down if you make a tea out of it. Even the smell is soothing. Thank you so much. Now I feel like I can fight again. We'll get Legends of Chivalry, Herring Bait, and Earthworm, and Renown, which I actually going to need that bait. And he says it was a big help. The other reason why we're going to spend most of our time exploring is because of this. We need to get through all of these before the end of the month. And you know, I kind of know which ones I want to start with first. Manuela, why don't you max out your romance with Sylvain? Let's see how this ends up.
I must admit that Sylvain is quite handsome. The age difference bothers me a bit, but I'm sure it would be fine after a few years. At first, it was hard to imagine myself with him, but now that I've thought about it, maybe...
I have a feeling this is going to get screwed up.
Speak of the devil. I think that's him over there.
Hitting on another woman.
What a jerk. He was playing around with me that whole time.
You know, you're a good catch. It's a shame that you've had no luck with men.
guy like me. Somebody who sees your beauty
Oh.
and appreciates how tender you are, emotionally, and how much love you have to give.
Oh no.
What? No way. What are you saying? Can't even tell if you're being honest.
He's not.
Do I look dishonest? Are these the eyes of a guy who's just playing around?
No, I suppose not. Would you like to go somewhere a little more quiet?
And this is the moment when you can hear Manuela's heart just snap.
As long as it's just the two of us, and the only subject is love, I'll follow you anywhere.
Okay, that was just repulsive. He is insincerity personified. No way I'd ever fall for that. He is handsome and does come from good stock. But no, I can't imagine we'd have a bright future together. I suppose the goddess does not give with both hands, does she? Wait, could that mean because of my looks and my singing voice that I'll never find true love?
Oh no.
Please, goddess, I'm begging you.
Well, that's apparently support level B. You know, good on Manuela. Kind of glad she saw through that. What about Dorothea? This has been a happy path.
Ugh, my head is pounding. You'd think I'd get used to this. Oh.
Are you drunk again?
Manuela? Oh my goodness, you look terrible. Don't get up. I'll get you some water. I should fluff up those pillows for you. It will make you more comfortable.
Yes, fluff the pillows.
I'm completely hopeless. I was so proud of being the reason you came to Garreg Mach. Dorothea wanted to follow in my footsteps. How great is that? I thought I'd use that as an inspiration to straighten myself out. Be less of a, less of a disgrace. But here I am, right in front of you, dealing with the worst hangover I've had in weeks.
You know, I've had almost no hangovers. I think I'm lucky.
You thought you'd hide this from me?
Wait, you mean you knew?
Who doesn't know?
Even when you were still with the opera company, you had quite the reputation. There was a joke that you could outdrink a fish and the sailor who caught it.
Dorothea, my brain's pounding as it is. Please, stop. It's all true, but I can't handle hearing it from you, the girl I thought I had inspired to greatness.
Aww.
I can't believe I tried so hard to be a good example for you when you knew all along. I should leap into the ocean and drown.
Don't say that. You've not lost a bit of respect from me. Not one bit. Everyone has their faults, and some have more than others, but you are the finest songstress the opera had ever seen. And you've taught me well. What I mean to say is, you're my inspiration. I really do admire you.
Thank you, Dorothea. That means a lot.
Now, okay, they attained support level B. I'm not gonna get to support level A, probably. I haven't been using Manuela a whole lot. Let's run around and go spin renown while I talk about this. But I did look into their story, and from what I've seen, if you go through the A support level, they basically kind of settle down in a deep platonic friendship with each other and both really give up on man-hunting. They kind of acknowledge that, hey, neither man can handle us, so, you know, and we kind of admire each other, so let's just be together ourselves. I wouldn't say, from what I understand, it's romantic, but it is kind of a sweet ending. Unfortunately, for this playthrough, we're probably not going to get to see it. There is one note. Yes, I will read a note. What's the difference between killing someone and calling for their death instead? In both situations, their blood is on your hands, so isn't it all the same? Like all things in life, it's about context and perspective. It's best to just do the deeds yourself. There's less guilt if you order someone else to do it. I think about context and perspective? There we go. I actually didn't know that was from Dorothea. Good thing I didn't say it's best to do it yourself. I have a feeling she would not like that. Come to think of it.
Before I left the church, I recall Lady Rhea saying something strange. Something about how she would recover her mother, no matter what. Do you think Lady Rhea's mother is buried in Garrick Mach or something?
No. Definitely not. Did I ever bring this up? I think I might have brought it up several parts ago. I think it's pretty clear now that... What's that? Oh, smithing stone. Crest stones are the hearts of a saint. Whatever race Lady Rhea belongs to, or the 10 chosen, or any of that. Basically, the crest stones are their hearts. The relics are presumably made from their bones. Right. So when you have both the heart and the bones, and the crest, that's when it unleashes its true power. The reason our heart doesn't beat is because we have Cerus's crest stone buried in our chest, which is why we didn't cry as a child or anything like that, and why she has been inhabiting our body this entire time. And we were probably, it's my guess, an experiment intended to resurrect Cerus in a new body so Rhea could have her mother back.
Need something?
I only have 1,700, huh?
See
I'm gonna
you
hang
again
on to
soon.
it. Now, here's my personal theory is the reason that there are so many monsters running around with cracked crest stones is Rhea has been trying to resurrect her mommy for a very long time. And that's why she called us just another failure. Today is the choir festival. Who will we sing with? Who haven't we sing with? I don't think we sang with like Scythia or Mercedes. Or Petra. Let's sing with Petra. This is just for the dialogue, really.
Singing with others is a nice change of pace. Usually I do it when I'm alone.
Learning these things gives me great difficulty.
Yeah, well, it's good to practice. Maybe we did see this. So, you know, she wants to kill us and recover the crest stone of her mother, which is the heart of her mother, so that she can keep trying to resurrect her mommy. Which is kinda pathetic. I cannot even pretend to lie.
Professor!
Oh, there's someone to talk to over here. Someone in the old classroom. Bernie! What should you do? Why are you hiding?
Professor, what should I do? Everyone's acting like this is leading up to the final chapter in a book or something. Is the battle ahead really going to be that climactic? Am I not taking it seriously enough?
You're doing just fine. What you really need to do is relax.
Yeah, you're probably right. I should take a breath and try to calm down.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's go to tea.
Thanks so much.
We have not gone to tea with you in a while. Let's go have some tea. I'll help calm you down. Let's see. What would Bernie like? Yeah, here we go. Chamomile. I like chamomile. A stark white floral tea with brightness. This blend calms the nerves and heightens concentration.
I don't know if this is any fun for you, but I'm glad you invited me.
What is with this background?
Thanks so much.
We're not... Is this because I invited her inside? We've never seen this. Books, clearly.
I see.
That's obvious. Bernie might be the easiest one. We'll see what choices we get. The ideal professor. Tell me about yourself. And finally, gardening mishaps. Fashion first crushes. Gardening mishaps? No, damn it. I knew she liked gardening. I figure it's worth a try. But, you know, nice tea time.
This was great.
And my charm increased by 1. And so did Bernadette's. Alright. So yeah, that's been my theory for a while. I don't know that I've actually ever said it. I think I hinted at it. But there it is. Let's make it back alive.
I've been thinking about how we've got our own ideas about justice, and so does the kingdom. And what's coming? It's not just a battle between us and them. It's our ideals that are fighting. Whoever wins will say they were right, and the other side was wrong. And I get it. That's how it goes. But nobody's willing to talk or compromise, so we'll fight to the death to prove the other guy's wrong.
I mean, do you really think Ria's gonna compromise? And Dimitri is pretty much under her thrall.
It won't be an easy battle, but let's make sure we come back alive. Right, Professor?
Alright. Did I do the tournament this month? Let me go check on that. Actually, I'm gonna play another support. Let's see. Edelgard, you have a support with Hubert. Let's max you out.
And that concludes my report.
Hubert, I can't shake the feeling that you're keeping more secrets from me.
Yeah, he does that.
I have told you before, there are secrets even I am unwilling to share.
I remember. However, I am the Emperor now. If the Minister of the Imperial Household does not obey his orders, I have the right to execute him.
I fear you have misunderstood me, Your Majesty.
Please do not kill me.
It is true that I am officially your minister, but such titles are of little significance to me. I serve you purely out of personal devotion. Perhaps there was a time when I served the Imperial line due to my duty as a member of House Vestra. But since you returned from the kingdom, my loyalty has been to you alone.
And therefore, you cannot kill me for hiding secrets from you because I'm not the minister.
I see. Then you are unwilling to obey my orders as Emperor?
Correct. If you prefer to treat this formally, then charge me with a crime. I will gladly offer up my neck to the executioner.
Yeah, he knows you're not going to.
You know I would never do such a thing, and that I pay no heed to the title you bear. It is your own presence and capabilities that I value so highly, Hubert. Titles are meaningless next to such things. Our families have no bearing on this matter, nor does the Empire itself.
In that case, Lady Edelgard, I ask you to turn a blind eye to my secrets. They're trifles, beneath your notice. Best I handle them alone. You should focus on the path ahead of you. The Scarlet Path I have carefully prepared. Whether that path is red with blood is not something you need trouble yourself over.
I think she might.
As Emperor, I'm obliged to accept that answer. However, as your friend, it irritates me to no end. You speak often of painting the path I walk, yet you do so in secret. I am the one you serve, but you refuse to let me in. I trust you, Hubert, and that is precisely why I want to know everything. Your secret hopes and burdens. All of it. If I'm truly the center of your world, then I wish you would trust me as well as I trust you.
Alright, here's all the murders I've been doing.
Very well. You have me beaten. I will tell you as much as I am able. From the assassins I've eliminated, to the gold I've spent on bribes, to the identity of the one I love.
Wait a moment. Are you saying you have romantic feelings for someone?
Yes. That is the one secret I had particularly hoped to keep from you.
He's in love with Dorothea, isn't he?
Well, that's utter nonsense. You can't possibly keep something so fascinating from me. Who is it?
You are incredibly naive.
It is you, Lady Edelgard. Did you ever really doubt?
Hubert, you never cease to surprise me.
There we go, support level A. Let's look at another one. Lysithea or Manuela? Lysithea. I've heard this is actually pretty good.
Lysithea, are you alright? You don't look well.
Huh? Oh, no, I'm fine. Really. Just not accustomed to so much manual labor.
You were cleaning the library all by yourself?
Yes. The other student who was assigned to tidy up with me wasn't feeling well. So, it's just me.
That is definitely her younger voice. Wow.
I figured I could at least dust the bookshelves or something, but I got a little carried away.
So many books. You probably tired yourself out just moving them from the shelves.
As much as I love books, I can't say I love carrying stacks of them to and fro. They're so heavy.
Well, maybe you should think things through a little more next time.
Yeah, you could have used magic.
Surely you can tell how much physical strength the job is going to require before you begin.
I can do without the condescension, thanks.
Ooh.
After all, I'm the only one who has to deal with the fact that I've worn myself out.
It's so weird hearing these young voices from their older models.
I only said that you should take care of yourself, especially considering...
Considering what?
Uh-oh.
Nothing. Never mind. How about you return to your quarters? I'll finish cleaning up in here.
But I want to finish what I've started.
I don't mind, really. Please, don't make me repeat myself.
Fine. As long as you'll finish all this up.
I will. Get some rest, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
If what I heard about Lysithea is true, I just don't know how much of it I should believe.
Seems like an interesting story. We're not gonna see too much of that. I guess we should kind of treat this as teasers for relationships you might want to develop during your playthrough, because we got Lysithea relatively late. Same for Manuela, really. And I don't use them with Edelgard that much, so they're probably not gonna see any higher than C, but let's finish it up.
That song.
Oh, hello, Edelgard.
Professor Manuela, that song you were humming. I feel as though I've heard it before, long ago. And I'm sure it was you singing it back then. At the Opera House in the Imperial capital, perhaps. Why, yes. You must have seen me there. I am flattered you would remember it. I performed with the Mittelfranc Opera Company in Enbar on numerous occasions.
How would Edelgard not know that? I mean, she was the head of the household.
So it was you. I went to that performance with my uncle. I wanted desperately to see it again. But after that night, he took me to seek asylum in the kingdom.
Ah.
When I returned to the Empire several years later, you had already retired.
We know how that night ended.
Oh, that's a shame. So you only got to hear me sing once?
Sadly, that's correct.
Yet you still remember it, even the melody of the song I sang. I'm honored.
Why does Manuela's voice sound different here?
That's how much of an impression your voice left on me. I must ask, why did you retire so soon? You could have continued for another 10 or 20 years.
Indeed, many singers perform for decades. But that wasn't for me. I wanted to go out on top. My voice is a gift from the goddess. However, as all things do, it will decline with age. One day, I will lose that gift. And so I decided I needed to learn to survive without it, long before that day came.
So, Dorothea is learning more than just how to sing from Manuela, apparently.
I needed to prove to myself that I can live on, even after my voice returns to the goddess.
So despite your belief in the goddess, you wish to live by your own strength?
It's hard for me to explain. The goddess supports me both spiritually and emotionally. Everything else is up to me.
And my bra. Those straps are hanging on for dear life. Alright, that is all of Edelgard's. Just kind of taking a look through here. Hubert has 1. Ferdinand has 2. Lenhart's got 1. Caspar's done. Bernadetta's done. Dorothea's done. Petra's got 1, so that's 6. Felix has 1, but it's grayed out. I wonder if that's going to happen next week. 7, 8. It's kind of hard to judge. Yeah, we still have at least, I would say, like, probably 10 or so-ish. So another couple of sessions at least. We will get through all of the supports we currently have, but I want to go see if this sword fighting tournament, or if we've done this. I think it was the sword fighting tournament, and we might have. Yeah, Ultimate Sword Tournament. We did get this. Because we got the reward. Okay. And we don't need the money. Whoa, hang on. Alright. So in that case, I think we're going to go spend our professor's points in our activity points in the cafeteria. And then probably proceed to the next week of lessons.
Professor!
So let's go do that, see if we run into anybody interesting on the way. Actually, we did not talk to Edelgard or Hubert this month, or this week, but their dialogue probably is not gonna change from week to week this month. So we can actually probably skip it. Alright, who are we going to eat with? The Spice Festival! Full menu. Let's see. Sugart and cream, sweet bun trio. Ooh, we haven't had this. Traditional, no we have. We have had that. Ooh, beast meat teppanyaki. That sounds good. Let's have that. Let's eat with Caspar and Petra. A dish that tastes like the wilderness, thick slices of meat covered with Noah fruit and grilled on a hot plate. Perfect.
Ah, I can eat so much of this stuff. My stomach's growling just thinking about it.
I would be liking that greatly.
You would like his stomach to growl? Okay. It does look good. 10,280! Oh man. Alright. Pickled rabbit skewers. Hunks of rabbit meat are pickled in bacchus, skewered and roasted over an open flame to create this flavorful dish. Alright, let's try that. Let's eat with Felix and Lysithia.
That looks appetizing.
Felix, dude, my eyes are up here.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
I didn't realize it, but after looking things up over the last battle, if we had not recruited Felix, he would have been an elite that we faced in Arianrod. So he was probably replaced with a sword elite, and I didn't notice. Ooh, onion gratin soup. I love this. Onions stewed with white trout and baked with a layer of cheese on top will warm you up from the inside out. This is great in the winter. Let's go with Linhart and Dorothea.
This is my favorite. I am rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor.
I think I like this, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure.
Either you do or you don't. Try it. Interesting. French onion soup with fish in it. Probably would want to do like a cod, but that does sound good. All right, last one. Yeah, we'll go with the Daphne. Actually, yeah, Daphne stew. No. Deirdre style fried pheasant. Pheasant meat is pounded flat and fried. Can be served as sort of a sandwich with cheese between two strips of meat. Is this? KFC had didn't they have a burger at one point? That was, or some sort of sandwich that was basically fried chicken with cheese between like more fried chicken or a hamburger patty with cheese between two strips of fried chicken. Is that what this is referring to? Look it up. It looked disgusting. It really did. But I remember they had that for a short period of time. Not a vegetable was to be found that day. We'll eat with these two.
I realized it after I got to the monastery. Nobody in Fargus knows how to cook.
Rude.
Ooh, this is my favorite. You've got great taste.
Or maybe you were complimenting the monastery. I don't know. I think it's rude. Alright, there's my last meal. We are under 10,000. But let us end exploration and go to next week's lessons. This week's instruction is about to begin. Choose your method of instruction. And manually as always. Although I'm not sure why anymore. I could auto-instruct. But it seems to train what their goals are. And I'm not sure I have them. Let's try it. Yeah. No. I'm not going to get to choose who I want. And I do want to choose specifically Hubert. So he can maybe one day get his writing up and maybe be a Dark Knight in time for the next battle. Ferdinand, what were you working on? You were working on your faith, weren't you? Did I give you your masterclass? I did. Yeah, then let's keep training on your faith so you get better spells. Get you up to C+, I'll get a new spell. Learn the ability Faith level 3.
Now is the time to master this.
Maybe I won't.
I am quite pleased.
If I did, it didn't tell me.
I am relieved I got it.
Alright, now that I did that, Maybe now's the time to auto-instruct and just see what it comes up with. Because I'm not really fussed about anybody else. You know what? I'm going to go with Caspar. Because I can get us brawling up to A. And out of anybody who's going to get a weapon, it's going to be Caspar. Learn the combat art, Mighty Blow.
I think I'm improving. I'll get it next time, too.
And continue brawling.
Think?
Not at me, Caspar. Shake your fist with pride. Bernadetta, how close are you to actually getting... you're so far away. So far away. Alright, whatever. More bow. More bow for the bow goddess. We're not gonna get her to S. We're not gonna get anywhere close. Linhardt. I'm not gonna get you boosted up, but let's work on your reason.
Oh. How? It is.
Get you up to B. Learn the magic Balganon.
It's within my grasp.
Cool. So you got a new dark magic spell to use. I guess learn some writing. Alright, 2 more. Oh, no. Lysithia. I need to work on you still. I need to work on your faith. Learn the magic Seraphim.
I see.
If I got any chance of getting you up to C+, and maybe making you a Grimory this week, I need to take advantage of it. Alright, I think that's everyone I absolutely wanted to train, so who gets it? Edelgard! Learned Axe.
Informs the next.
Learned Axe Prowess level 5. And she is now A+ with the axe. And she looks very impressed with herself. Alright, group tasks aren't changing, goals aren't changing, begin training. Yes, I know Bernie is learning the lance, it really doesn't matter at this point.
Let me ask you something.
Ooh, an opportunity for professor points. Hang on. We need to think about this. We need to think about this closely. All the savagery day after day is depressing. Do you have any ideas for fun things I could do to feel better, Professor? Why don't you walk to a nearby town? Why don't you ask a girl out? Why don't you sip on a nice cup of tea and relax? This is the obvious one, but it feels like it's too obvious. Let's try it.
I see. That might work.
Motivation increased. Yeah, I got a bunch of professor points from it. Good. And is this Lysithia? Okay.
Thank you for helping me with my training again today, Professor. I'm gonna keep at it for a while longer, so you go on ahead.
You should get some rest.
I can't. Not when I'm right on the cusp of using my power to greater potential. Surely you yourself are tired. Just don't worry about me, okay?
How are you going to reach your greater potential if you fall over from exhaustion? And there she goes.
I'm sorry, Professor. It was careless of me to continue, despite how fatigued I clearly was. I probably should have listened to you. Now I've made a mess of things. I can't help but feel the need to rush in all things constantly. You get that way when you realize you haven't got much time.
What do you mean?
13 years ago, House Ordelia was involved in a civil conflict within the Empire. All we did was respond to a call for aid, We weren't involved politically. But once the rebellion was crushed, my family was held responsible for the aid we gave, and the Empire gained some sway over us as a result. At the time, the noble houses of the Alliance took a passive stance. No one lent aid to my family. As a result, some key officials within the family were killed, and people from the Empire were sent to replace them. Among those people were some mysterious mages. They were unsettling, in a word, skin pale as death. One after another, they captured and imprisoned the children of our household. They began performing terrible rituals on the children, though it's probably more accurate to call them experiments.
So this is probably what Edelgard was talking about.
With the Empire monitoring our every move, my parents could do nothing but watch in horror as all of this unfolded. One after another, the children died, until the only one left was me. You know, my hair wasn't always this color. During their experiments, they'd been doing things with my blood. One morning, I awoke like this, a shock of white hair, all trace of pigment gone. Upon seeing me, the mages were delighted. They realized that their experiments had finally succeeded. Sure enough, they ran a test and saw that two crests coexisted within me. Losing pigment from my hair wasn't the only loss. The mages informed me that my lifespan was now greatly shortened. 5 more years at most, perhaps less.
How awful.
Shortly thereafter, the mages lost interest in me, and we never saw them in the Ordelia household again. Since all that, our family has been in decline. It's challenging now even to govern our territory. After all my mother and father have suffered, I at least want them to have peace as they grow older. That is all I wish for, but I haven't much time to ensure it comes to pass.
It's too soon to give up.
It's not like what's been done to me can be undone.
Let's try to find a way to undo it.
Professor. The only way I can conceive of would be to remove my crest somehow. But I don't know if that's even remotely possible. Even if it were, I wouldn't be of much use to you and the others without my crests.
We will find a way.
You sound resolved. I'll allow your resolve to bolster my own. Thank you, Professor.
So, that sounds like a very familiar story. Our support level is now A, and her motivation is maxed out. Seems like Lysithea was the prototype for what they did to Edelgard. Caspar's gonna speak to me, sure.
Do you have a minute, Professor? I gotta talk to you. I've been thinking a lot about those brigands with the scorpion tattoos, and I realized something. I mean, I'll feel better if I get this off my chest, right?
Sure. Let's hear it.
Okay, listen. I think I can't deny who I am. I know you were right 5 years ago when you told me not to chase after that suspicious guy. But I still can't get over the possibility that he might have hurt those kids. I would have regretted not stopping him for the rest of my life. There's no way I could forgive myself. It sounds awful to say, but the safety of those kids is more important to me than the knights we lost. I'm sorry, Professor, but I can't promise that I won't disobey your orders in the future.
It's my job to take that into account.
I know. It's too big a risk to keep me around. I won't cause a fuss. I'll just pack my bags and... Wait, what?
I think you misunderstood.
I guess so. You're really okay with me sticking around? Even if I might not always follow orders?
I mean, I hope that if I tell you to go to a square and hit a dude, you do that, but...
People could get hurt if you let me keep doing things my way.
We'll make it work.
Just like that? I almost can't believe it.
Dude, you are way too valuable to lose.
I really struggled to come to this decision, you know?
And you know, if you hadn't struggled to come to it, I probably wouldn't accept it that much.
I want to stand by your side, but I won't stop standing up for what I believe in. I know I might cause trouble for everyone, but I just, you know, I give up. I've got nothing else to say. I should have just kept my mouth shut.
It's okay. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Professor. Thanks for accepting me for who I am. I'm glad I get to keep fighting by your side.
And I assume that is A, and it is. The motivation has increased. Who else is going to talk to me? Somebody. I'm curious to know how Petra is doing. Also, my little sprite looks so shocked. Let's go for a visit.
Professor, please do not be concerned. I just did too much overworking and lost my strength.
Are you okay? Or you were overdoing it?
Yes, that is the truth. Please accept my apology. I have sorrow. I am sorry to be fainting at a time like this. Even though I was not asking for your care and attention, you gave it willingly.
It was... it was the least I could do.
I am thinking that is incorrect.
Well, okay, the least I could do was ignore you.
Will you have a listen to me? There is something that I must be saying. I am thinking you already have knowledge of why I came to Fodlan. Not for studying, but as a hostage for the Empire. So that Bridget would not be rebelling anymore. It feels like a knife against my throat. That I am making my grandfather obey the Empire. Because I am a hostage, it is not an option to be giving up. I must be fighting, and winning, and staying alive. I must do anything to be making life better for Bridget. To be making Bridget and the Empire stand as equals. That is what my people are wanting from me. And what my grandfather, the King of Bridget, is wanting.
And what do you want?
My want? I am not knowing of that. The wants of my people are something I have power to achieve. Their wants are my own.
Only you can know what you want.
What I really want... I have understanding. Wait, no, I actually do not have understanding. Yet. What I am understanding is that there is something I am not understanding. Before the war is over, I will have understanding. That you can be counting on.
And now the word understanding has lost all meaning, but our support level is now A. Anyone else? Apparently not.
Hubert, working with you is acceptable, I suppose.
Don't know why his portrait does that. Out of all the portraits, Ferdinand is the one that pops in like that the most irregularly.
Very well. Same here.
Ha! It seems we are in agreement.
Alright, how do you guys screw this up?
Seems our rivalry worked in our favor.
We were just lucky. I am glad we have a positive result to report. However, we achieved it.
Perfect! Excellent. Support points increased. Received 1,000 Gs. Received smithing stones times 5. Alright, let's see here. Got a couple of levels up.
It's
So
within
many
my
students.
grasp.
Linhart learned the ability Lance Prowess level 3. And that's it. Alright. So we're gonna call it an episode here, but first, I want to go to certifications. Hubert, can you get certified as a Dark Knight yet? Not even close. You're 29. This just may not happen. Either way, I'm gonna spend a lot of time fishing. We're not going to go battle against rare enemies. I'm going fishing. In fact, I'm probably going to fish all weekend, and I will see you guys Monday. Thanks for coming out and joining me today. As always, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, make sure you let me know. Give me your thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and hopefully the next time I see you, I will be almost A+. See you then. Y'all have a great day. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.